Rogue Assassin here, back with another video. This is a back-to-back video, so if you watched the other version of, if you watched, I don't know what episode we are on right now. If you watched the previous video of the Ruby video, then you would know that this is a back-to-back video. This is taking place same day, same sort of time of when I ended the last video, and we'll be taking off there. You should know a lot of things have happened in the other video, so if you want to know what happened in the last video, go watch it. But I'm going to do some more recap. Point number one, there are new Grimm in the world that are fighting other Grimm. Salem's pissed about that, and she sent a certain person to go hunt them. This is a new character that was not in Ruby yet, but I'm adding in now. That isn't even in the Ruby. I'm just adding him for purpose sake, for a certain purpose, a different purpose. And yeah, things are going down. My character realizes that Cinder's up to something, and he's trying to figure out what she's up to. And yeah, so I'm going to take off now that all our talking things are out of the way. I'm going to take off the video. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Continue. As we see our character scooting through the hallways, it's another day, another normal day, as he's going through the hallways, as he's heading to class. As he enters class this time, as he finds his seat that he was last sitting in, somebody else is sitting in, as there are very little seats left. He came a bit more late than usual. Now he has to find an open seat that is available for him, as the only seat that is available right now is next to Blake. As he sits next to Blake, as he says hi to her, as Blake says hi back, as she states, "You're a bit late, later than usual," as he says, "Sorry, I know, cafeteria was holding me up." She says, "Oh, and what were you looking for in the cafeteria?" "Well, I woke up late, didn't get breakfast, headed to the cafeteria quickly to buy me something. You know." She says, "I see." She is going down this rabbit hole of questions, and she says, "So what kept you up all night?" "I don't know. I just couldn't sleep, I guess." As before Blake could ask any more questions, the teacher comes in. This is combat class. As the person that will be tested right now is going to be, let me think. I think I got someone now. The person that will be tested in the combat class will be, it will be Yang. Yang and another person. As Yang is going up, she beats the crap out of that person. As the next, no, that would be a bit too much. Then the next person up is my character versus Yang. As I'm like, oh god, looks like I'm going to get a workout after all. As he steps up, starts stretching immediately. As I would say, yes, he has his weapon with him, skateboard. He's not gonna basically change his weapon or anything. He has his skateboard, which is, he still has. He's not going to change the mode or anything. He's just going to keep it as a skateboard for now. As he basically rushes Yang. I would say his skateboard's on his back right now as he rushes Yang. As he sends a right hook, as Yang basically dodges, sends a left. Right now he's fighting Yang as he's on par with her. He's right now on par with her. As he's going blow to blow for Yang, with Yang. as every blow Yang takes, she gets stronger and sends twice the power. As she's getting tougher, he's getting weaker as he gets pushed back. As just before he was about to get serious, his over enters the raid. As he states, Yang, you succeed. Our character, first name, second name, still don't know his name yet. Um, as Orez entered the raid, please leave, yeah. As Yang's over was pretty low, but she was also about to activate her semblance at the same time. So yeah, our character, the reason why is because he wanted to go hand to hand with Yang. Oh, that sounds that sounds don't look too much into that. He wants to go punch to punch with Yang. Every time when he's going to fight a person, like especially Yang, if he fights Yang, he will not use his weapon, but he would just use his hands. Reasons being is because he wants to practice his strength or his combat with his fists and not his weapon. So he doesn't rely on his weapon for all his combat, because yes, I may say his axe is useful, but it's a heavy weapon that if gets stuck in a building, if he can't take his weapon out of the ground, then he's basically defenseless or weapon. He won't be able to use his weapons. Yes, he can use his twin guns, but what happens if he loses his twin guns? There's many things that can happen. So he'd rather fight mostly he'd rather train his hand to hand, and he's pretty good at hand to hand. He's not good like he usually was, but he's pretty good hand to hand. And Yang was holding back because she didn't go all out blitz him immediately. So yeah, and I must remind you, our character is exactly Ruby's age, 15. So yeah. As we see here, the class ended, as we see our character nursing a small bruise that he basically, I think he's nursing his stomach because he was punched in the stomach, got the, not the wind knocked, yeah, he got the wind knocked out of him. As he's nursing that, as he states, Yang throws a punch when she's serious. As Ruby states, as Ruby comes over and asks if basically our character's okay, I don't know what to name him. Gosh, let me think for a few minutes. Give me a minute there. His name, Arthur. I'm just gonna name him Arthur. If my voice sounds different to you now, it's because I choked on my tea. Don't ask how I was choking on my tea, I just started choking on my tea. But anyway, you're gonna hear me clear my throat for a while now. But that's to be expected. As we see, as he basically, as Yang asks Arthur if he's alright, as he states yes, as he says, damn, your sister can throw a punch. As he starts basically nursing the spots where she punched him, which is mostly face, stomach, chest, arm, left arm, and maybe right. He's not sure. He was dazed on the first punch, but he's not sure anymore. As he's making things right, as Yang states, hey, you're alright there? As he states, yeah, I'm alright, Yang. As he also states, but ow, you can throw a real punch, a real mean punch. As Yang throws her smile, her usual smile, and states, of course, duh. I use my fists. I have a weapon that I have gauntlets. I have gauntlets instead of weapons like you use. Like you and Yang use. So, yeah. It's to be expected. I can throw a punch. As they are busy talking, as he basically picks up something, as he states, I gotta go. As he tells them, I'll see you girls later. As they all wave him off, as he quickly has to go somewhere, as he's heading back to his room. As he heads back to his room, closes the door behind him, locks it. As he walks, he sits on the couch, as there's a mirror facing his, like, he sits on the bed. There's a mirror facing him right now by his bed, as he basically looks down, as this white mist comes on his face, as it's a hollow mask. Okay, to be honest with you, it's a grim mask that comes on, slash hollow. Grim slash hollow. As this mask comes on him, as basically he takes off his bandage around his eyes at the same time, as this mask comes on his face, as he opens his eyes, as this white flame also comes out of his eyes. Basically his eyes is white, as he states, speak, as this person comes back out again from basically, he's actually in the mirror, as the mirror changes into this thing, as this thing is bowing and states, Sir, I've discovered something quite interesting that might catch your attention. As he states, is that so? And what is that thing? As he explains what he saw, as he states, take me there. Tonight, you take me there. Got it? As he states, it shall be done, as he disappears in the mirror as the mask. Basically, when he comes to take off his mask, it comes off, but it turns into basically ash in his hand. Immediately when it takes off, it turns into ash. As he he closes his eyes, puts the bandage on again. As he states, things are happening. Ever since my arrival, weird things have been happening. So, so he states he is affecting this world somehow, he just doesn't know what. As he lies on his bed, as he states, well, I guess I gotta get some rest before I leave. As we do a small time skip, small time skip, as he's done dressed, it's the middle of the night, as he sneaks out of his bedroom, as no, he doesn't sneak out. I would say he's just standing in front of the mirror, as he walks through the mirror, as he's suddenly outside, as he's in front of a cave, as that soldier thing is next to him, as he states, it's in here. As he walks in, as he sees all this white grim, the new type of grim, as he states, so this is the thing. As he looks up, as he sees this crystal, as he looks around, as the first thing that, when the Grim see him, they start growling. They don't attack him immediately. It's basically they are warning him. Step any closer and they're going to take his head off. As he states, basically speaking, I don't think, they don't understand him. They really do not understand him. As he basically lifts up his, how can I say, his left arm. Or I don't think it was left, I think it was right. But he takes out his left arm, puts it by his chest, as the sun starts glowing at the back of his arm. He took off his gloves and his gauntlet as well on his left arm, so as you can see a sun on his basically hand, as it starts glowing white. as he has something in his hand, as he's basically in pain now, as he like twitches in pain, as he pulls something out, as it's like a heart, but it's white, as he puts it up in front of like one of the hollows, as the hollows basically they stop growling at him, as they start ignoring him like he's just one of them, as the heart disappears, as the tattoo stops glowing. Actually, it's still glowing. As he places his, basically goes up to the crystal. He's sticking on the roof, by the way, so because he's using chakra. As he touches the crystal, as he basically now understands what is going on, but he also infected the crystal with something. As that sun tattoo that was on his wrist is now on the crystal, and also on all of the new hollows' heads as well. Like each hollow will have a sun on them. This sun will be white instead of black. As on the crystal, it's also is black instead of white. So yeah. As he states, we're leaving now. As the soldier thing nods and just walks away. As he's walking with Arthur. As this thing states, so what should we do now? I want you to do me one favor. Stay here. And if anybody comes for this crystal, or if anybody comes for this crystal, kill them. Unless you kill them, understand? As he looks up, as this thing states, understood. I will stay here and guard this crystal. But what do you need this artifact for? I needed to keep on producing whatever it's producing. I needed to keep on doing whatever it's doing. Because I have a bad feeling that something's gonna go wrong. As he asks, and what is this bad feeling? As this thing asks, what is this bad feeling you think you're getting? As Arthur states, I don't know. It's just a very bad feeling. As he looks out back at the tower, where Osmond's tower, as he states, something's happening, and it's only just begun. As we cut there, we stop. We basically, it goes blank. It goes black. As we see a bit of light. As we see our Arthur back at it the next morning, but instead of at class, he did his class already. He's just out in town. As he's out in town, looking around, as he bumps into, basically jumps off his skateboard, but he missed the chance to pick it up, so his skateboard is now basically boostering away. As he's like, ah, god damn it, I am so unlucky today. As he's chasing the skateboard, as the skateboard gets caught by a girl with orange hair, with orange-ish hair. Not specifically orange, but orange-ish. And short, it's short also. As he's like, thank you for catching that for me. She's like, no problem. As she gives it back to him. As he touches her skin. As when he touches her skin, he also basically echolocated at the same time. As he actually scanned her by accident. As when he basically echolocated the person that is in front of him, he saw the insides, or the parts that are moving inside this person. As he states, what the? As she states, here you go. As he looks at her, as he's still looking at her, as she's like, are you okay? As he turns his head and states, you're unhuman, aren't you? You are not human, are you? As she's, how can I say, she's a bit shocked how he knows that. As she states, what do you mean? As he states, judging by your reaction, I'm right. You're not human. But, as he basically is like sensing right now, he's using his aura. I wouldn't say aura. He's using his spiritual energy or his Veishi to sense like if she literally has a soul, as she does. So that's the key difference here, as he states. But you have a soul. That's interesting. You're not human, but you have a soul. As she states, how do you know that? As she puts her head down and states, well, first of all, I cannot see. The only way I am able to see is you by echolocation. And when I touched you, well, I accidentally used my echolocation at the same time. So I scanned you insides, to be more specific. As she says, okay, so what you gonna do? As she asks this question, as he states, nothing. Like, do I need to do something? I mean, I see you for a person and nothing else but a person, as he states. As she's really just genuinely surprised because he doesn't really care if she's not human. As he states, I do not really care if you're not human or not. I don't care if you're an alien. For all I care, I wouldn't really care even if you're an alien. But still, it's interesting to see a machine have a soul walking around town like this. And he's not saying this out loud. He's just saying it so she can hear. No one else is also around, so they can't hear him speaking. As she basically tries to counter that, as he he gets a deja vu. It's like deja vu for him when he's speaking to this girl that is trying to counter him, stating that she's not human and she can't do this, that. It's basically he's getting deja vu. As he states, as he wants to say something, just before he was about to open his mouth, he gets a flashback. As we see in in Arthur's memories, we see this boy basically doing the same thing what this girl is doing. Basically stating that he's not human. He can't do things that he can only do things. He wishes that he could do things that Arthur can do. Touch, feel, taste, smell. He wishes to see with real eyes and not robotic eyes. He wishes to run with real legs and not robotic legs. He wishes to fight with a real body and not a body of a machine that he made. He wishes to do things that a human can. He wishes to have real tears. He wishes to feel real emotions. As that's what he wishes. As he's telling Arthur this, as he's also, how can I say, not breaking down because he's a machine, he can't do that. As he's basically angry. As Arthur states, listen, you think I see you differently just because you're a machine? No. You're my brother. And yes, I wish for you to do certain things that we can, but still, I I don't care whether you're a machine or a robot. Even if you were an alien, I wouldn't care. you would still be my brother, through and through. And we're family. Come on, you got a whole bunch of crazy people in this family. Did you see your did you see your other brothers? I mean, one of them is a goddamn plant. A literal plant. As Arthur starts making jokes, starts speaking about memories, and states, as when the joking is over, he states, I would not give you up for anybody else. I would, actually no, he states, I would give the world for you if I could. If I could give you what you want, what you wished for, I would have given you it long time ago. But I do not have that power. So, forgive me. But I wish the same for you. But I cannot grant that for you. As the memory flashes back, goes away, as he basically, he comes out of his flashback, and he's spoken long time ago. So he's already spoken to this person and gave her a speech. It's kind of similar to the speech that you heard in this flashback, but instead of like it was his brother, it was to this person. As she said, thank you. I don't think I've met a person like you before that's so open-minded. As he states, no problem. It's just what I do, I guess. I don't usually judge people, so I'm not gonna start judging people now. As she states, oh yeah, I probably never gave you my name. My name's Penny. Yes. My name's Arthur. So, you look like a hunter, as Arthur states. As she states, yes, I'm technically a, I'm technically a, basically I'm Atlas, Atlas. My father works at Atlas, and he created me. So yeah, basically she doesn't give all the background. She just states that she was made by Atlas. As he states, interesting. So are they able to create artificial souls? As she states, no, 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 no. I was basically something they were experimenting with. My father was, and created me. And also adopted me, I guess. As he's like, oh, well, it's an interesting story. As she states, yeah, I'm only learning about the world now. As he states, hey, I kind of lost all my memories as well, so I'm also only learning about the world now. I mean, it's as Penny and Arthur start speaking about how they don't have their memories and they're only learning about the world now. Yeah, I don't want to get into that talk, so I'd rather state that. As they have to, basically, as Penny has to go, so does he. As he looks at his time and states, I gotta go. Um, I have a bit more training to do. As he's heading to basically back to school campus, reasons why being he wants to get some training in. He wants to practice on his mind, and the things that he's been practicing on is both the body and the soul. So he may have a few abilities up his sleeve, not a lot of them, but he has been practicing. He wants to focus on his mind now. Sorry guys, I have to come to a close here, ending this video immediately. There will be another video out about this video, but it will be a next half. So see you guys all later, and bye. Rogue Assassin out.